but I don't think I.
You know how I got it? What's that? It looked like a very small, skinny version of the laptop. Okay. The aim. Oh, there's still version that I had. I didn't buy it. I got it as a handy.
I mean, it's recording now, but she talking about it won't be that. It won't. It's recording to the cloud, but is a gig? Is it 1 gig enough? That ain't gonna be enough, is it?
What is it saying as far as you trying to record live on Facebook?
I'm trying to record what we doing here.
And it's not allowing you to record?
I mean, it's recording to the cloud right now, but it's saying I got like a gig though.
Oh, of memory on your computer.
Uh-huh.
You might have to switch to storage. What you may have to switch to where the Zoom is saving, like where the basically like where it's feeding to. Is it feeding towards your memory or your storage on the computer? I think that's something to do with it too, as far as like, because I know some people have the terabytes or whatnot attached to their computer. Do you have anything attached, like a USB or something?
Yeah, I got one attached right now.
Yeah, so either you can feed it towards the USB attachment, or it's gonna go directly.
I mean, it's recording now. I just don't know how long it's gonna record for.
Oh.
I mean, it's still recording, and then it's not even letting me go live on Facebook. So I'm gonna try one more time.
That's different. I don't know. And what?
Because it usually just let me go straight live from Facebook. I mean, from Zoom to Facebook, yeah. Usually let me do that.
You think it may be the amount of people?
I mean, I don't want that to be the case, but
I don't think that should matter, to be honest, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time. I don't want that to be the case.
True.
I don't think that would be the case.
Live on Facebook.
I can't hear Ilea.
Yes, I have my phonetics there because it would just be. It looks like Ilea.
What is it?
It's Ilea.
Ilea. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have my video off.
I don't blame you. I'm trying to. Let's see. All right, so maybe it'll let me go this time. Let's see.
Ilea. I think I just saw a job in LA I really want to apply for.
Making moves, yo. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. What is this thing called? Do you remember what app we used when we broadcast live with Jennifer?
You sound far away.
I still sound far away?
Yeah, you sound fuzzy.
Oops, I meant to do that. Hit full screen. Do I still sound fuzzy?
No, you sound better now.
Oh, so I have to just talk up. I was saying, do you remember that platform we used for Jennifer, where she was able to like broadcast live to like Facebook?
No, I don't.
Can't find her on our Instagram.
Okay, I think we live now. Let me make sure.
You got it?
I think so, and it's still.
Oh, it says the meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Okay. All right, so we all here. Yeah, so once again, it took a while for us to get here, but we are here. We're recording too, so that's all good. So we got Aaliyah and Monica with us from the BLK FLNGS Podcast, and we got one Swayze with us. He was on the episode last week. This is Just Chilling Podcast. I'm your host, Miguel. Yeah, so man.
Thanks for having us again.
No, I appreciate it. It just, man, we just went through hell again trying to go live for y'all on Facebook. So I hope y'all watching, paying attention, commenting, or at least checking it out for a minute, because It's hell bringing this shit to y'all, man.
Shout out Miguel, man, for sticking
Yes.
through, man. Shout out you.
Yeah, it's gonna be episode 58 though. It's the Black FLNGS podcast available on Spotify as well as any other platforms.
By Apple, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, all of them basically.
Yeah, basically wherever you listen to your podcast, we there.
Okay.
We there.
How have you been dealing with the COVID pandemic lately?
This is how I've been dealing with it. I'm just kidding. In the beginning, it was like really tough. And then after a while, I guess I started getting used to it. But then like 2 nights ago, I saw something on Instagram where it's like everyone keeps blaming all the badness that's happening this year, like 2020. But this is basically something that's going to be carrying on for years to come. And I'm just like, oh, that's right. I've been trying to tell myself like this is just a 2020 thing. And once we make it past 2020, things will be okay. But things are the way they are now, I think, because of I guess how we've been as a society. Kind of like, I don't know, just I'm okay. I'm here with it.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question. I was like, I recently moved. I've been moving all week. I told one Swayze that. Just bought a house. I've been moving like last night.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right.
We've been moving back and forth, back and forth. This is gonna be the next question I got. I'm getting around to it. So I'm at my old house now, and I need to take a shower and kind of fresh up because I've been moving all day to get ready for the podcast, and I just realized I took all my soap, all our different types of soaps and gels with me to the new house. So I was only left with baby, my daughter's baby moisturizing baby soap. So I done bathed with that. Have any of y'all ever did it, like bathe with baby soap or something like that?
I probably have. I bet your skin is like baby smooth.
I definitely have, and I like it. And I mean, I don't buy it consistently, but I definitely have used it like at a family member's house or something like that. Like, or even like when my brothers were younger and we ran out of soap. It's like, oh, well, I use this.
I was definitely out of soap. I was looking all around the house. I was like, there's got to be something here I can use. And right over there by the tub was one baby moisturizer. So I said, man, listen, it's the first time for everything. I enjoyed it.
Hey, soap is better than no soap, as I say.
Yes.
Any soap is better than no soap.
One Swayze, you bathe with some baby soap, man?
I have not, man. You know what I'm saying? I have not. Maybe, like I said, when I was a baby, but none, now or before, man.
Has the COVID-19, I've had y'all on before, so like my question more like present based, because we've had y'all on before, and I don't want to ask the same questions over again. So has the pandemic though affected your podcast at all?
Not really, man.
Sorry.
I would just say not really. I've actually gotten a few people to jump in on what I'm doing. So it's it's a process, man. Like with everything, but the more people are attracted to a lot of the, especially when we're doing these things, people are attracted to it. People are reaching out. So a lot of people want to do the live interaction now than I guess hand to hand or personal interaction now. Due to the COVID. So it can be a positive. It can be a negative. I was just talking to someone about that earlier as far as networking. Being hands on hand is kind of, also a great way, but you don't see you see the benefits in the live interaction as well, because a lot of people feel comfortable more sometimes center inside what they're doing in their home. So, it works both ways.
And Monica and Aaliyah, you said it hasn't impacted y'all podcast?
I feel like it's affected our content, of course, because that's what we've talked about every episode since, COVID has started. But I guess we just have had to realize it's a part of our lives now, like everybody's life. So, and it kind of makes sense to talk about it. At first, I didn't want to talk about it all the time because I'm like, man, everybody's having to deal with this all the time. Like, I would like people to be able to listen and kind of like maybe check out of that for a second. But it's kind of hard to do given like the topic of our podcast, which is, basically our lives and emotions. So COVID is unfortunately a big part of it.
Yeah.
So is there like and I know a couple questions gonna be probably from the last one, but like I said, I'm trying not to make them all like that. But is there a story or anything that happened to create the Black Feelings podcast?
I think we explained this last time, but Monica and I went to school together. And, well, that's not really part of the podcast story, but I wanted to have a podcast for a really long time. And then Monica was moving to Portland. And I remember saying, like, I want to start a podcast. I don't know what the topic would be. Like, it would just be us, like, shitballing. But then Monica started going to therapy, and she would start talking to me about, like, her sessions with therapy. And then I started going to therapy. And we would just have those conversations. And one day my boyfriend came to me and he said that he was getting a new microphone. And if you really want to do podcasting, this microphone would be good for you to start it. So since Monica is leaving me, since Monica left to go to Portland, I figured that would be like a good way for us to start a podcast and also like stay connected.
Aaliyah, can y'all hear her?
Is that bad?
Yeah, you sound far away again.
I don't know if it's like not in all the way, but if you fix it, I definitely want to hear that again.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, so the thing is, I don't know how to fix it.
It sounds good there, but I don't know.
It's like
That's why I was trying to talk loud to see if you guys could hear it consistently.
That sounds good.
That sounds better. Yep.
So I gotta yell. Okay.
Now you can say, yeah.
Basically, I was saying that Monica was moving to Portland. I always wanted to have a podcast. I just didn't know for what. And one day my boyfriend came to me and he said that he's going to get a new microphone and that if we wanted to start a podcast, he could use his old one to start it. So from there, I'm also skipping a part of Monica going to therapy and telling me about her experience, and then me going to therapy and us talking about it. And I figured that was like, it was therapeutic for us. So we thought that would be a good topic for like other people to like listen in on, and maybe they could relate to it. That was like the birth of our podcast.
Mm-hmm. You going out again, Aaliyah? I don't know. I don't want to not tell you.
I don't know what to do unless I get my boyfriend in here that he's gonna give me a microphone and say I told you so.
But I mean, you might need that.
Probably, I'm gonna tell him.
Monica, what was your experience from starting the podcast in the beginning?
Well, like Ilea said, she really wanted to start one. She was an avid podcast listener. She listened and still does listens to a wide variety of podcasts where I wasn't really into podcasts. So she kind of like brought me into the idea. And I felt like what she said after, we would have these really great discussions about our therapy session. We also thought it would be good to talk about it as Black women, is because Black people really don't talk about therapy, or it's, definitely viewed a certain way. So we thought, we might do some good in being vulnerable and just like sharing our journey through it and hopefully like open people's minds up to the idea.
Mm-hmm. And I know you're trying to get into the podcast and a little bit yourself. So what have how that's going on? What you've been trying to do as far as getting the wheel going on that?
Well, man, biggest thing we've been promoting and wanting to embrace and tackle is voting, man. Making sure we do get out and vote this year. You know, a lot of people think Trump just got voted into office, but it was due to our lack of voting. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to empower that, and that's kind of what my podcast has been started about, is just empowering the generation to continue the movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, and educating our resources and what we can do as a whole, as a unit, in order to, you know, become that new America that we're getting ready to see. As you see now, man, it's a lot of African Americans on each and other, you know, commercial now. You know what I'm saying? So how does our generation, the generation behind us, and the future generation, how do they tap into that in order to fulfill and, you know, live out their purpose, man, and stay in the moment and not go to sleep, not worry about the basketball games, you know, even though the basketball games are embracing Black Lives Matter and things of that sort, but we're just trying to make sure that that stays relevant in our minds and our aspects. So I've been talking to, you know, pastors, you know, presidents of the SELCs. I got an interview coming up with the American Red Cross, you know, due to the hurricane season coming up. So how can we educate our communities who aren't receiving a lot of the help they need and necessities in order to move forward? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do for them? So that's really all our podcast just focus on. I call it What's the Solution podcast, you know, outside of my artistry that I'm working on as well, you know, and I just try to give entrepreneurship advice and also just community development advice, and you know, just giving the insights of the higher powers that I'm speaking to out to the public who may not know or may not hear it, or what they can do, you know, giving them the tools, you know, equipping them with the tools in order to succeed through these times, and you know, push forward, man, since 2020 has really been a time to remember, you know.
And busy, man. You staying busy.
Yeah, pretty busy, man, but you know, just trying to stay focused, man. Like, you know, like you, putting it in order, putting it in plan, and moving forward with it. You know what I'm saying? No matter the bumps or hurdles we, you know, attract with this Zoom stuff. So, you know, we just keep pushing.
So my next question be for all of us, man, because I'm trying to figure this out. I'm pretty sure the Black FLNGS podcast trying to figure it out. One Sway's trying to figure it out, but I know you're trying to get the message out there. But how can we, will we ever be able to make money from podcasting? I'm asking for myself and a lot of my fellow podcasters. I want to make some money podcasting.
I mean, we don't know. No. I think eventually once we're able to grow our following, then we can do some of the other things that some of the more popular or like larger podcasts do, like, you know, have like sponsor ads and do events and things like that. I mean, from
Patreon.
Can
you guys hear me now? Or should I like try call? Okay. Patreon, merchandise, if you have followers that would buy it. Ads are really important, but yeah.
I agree with all of that, man. Like I said, this is the new America, man. We're going to be doing this for a while. So, you know, I see Breakfast Club doing it. You know, it's a way they making money, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? And Power 105, they're doing it with Ebro and all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a money maker. And I feel like we're ahead of the curve, you know what I'm saying, starting these podcasts and wanting to open up to our listeners. And like she said, merchandise, fan base, all that's important. The ads, all that's important.
And also, I feel like appreciating like the people that's watching right now, the people that support y'all on a regular basis. Like, might not be as big as you think, but appreciating those people that are, you know, shouting you out, those people that, you know, are supporting you. Like I said, no matter how big and no matter how small, I see people post sometimes, well, why I ain't made it yet? Why I ain't big yet? Oh, y'all support this person, but y'all support me. Like, but I don't look at it that way. I look at it like, man, if I can get one or two people to, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with me, or at least come on, like y'all, man, I appreciate the hell out of y'all just for, you know, me y'all all the time. I told you that once, so I was like, man, I look at it on a small scale, because like I said, if you know, you doing what you want to do, I feel like the other stuff will like fall into place at some point.
Exactly.
I just don't win though.
My bad, man.
Yeah.
My bad. But yeah, exactly. You know, it's just about sticking to what you know and what you believe in, and sticking to what it is that you love to do. You know what I'm saying? If this is something you love to do or venturing into, you're gonna eventually grow that love for it. And people are gonna feel the genuality. So the energy you put out is what's gonna, be reciprocated to you. That's how I feel about it. Everything I do. And I had a meeting today about the ads and the promotion and making sure we're targeting the right audience. Making sure if you're promoting this, is going to such and such, this city, that city. You know what I'm saying? That way, people are gradually growing and subscribing to your YouTube page or your Instagram or whatever it may be. It's just about that traction. You know what I'm saying? And the effort and also the investment. I wouldn't say money. I just like to say investment because we're gonna get it all back. Trust me. So it's like the investment that you're putting towards yourself is, also being reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your time, your effort, your knowledge, reading, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Also develop that investment that you put into yourself to ultimately gain that big goal that you're reaching. So, I just always put God first in everything. So you gotta just continue to keep the faith and believe,
Yeah, and Aaliyah, Monica, I don't know about one space, but have y'all been thinking about doing a video version of the Black FLNGS podcast?
Can you guys still hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to ask that every time. We are thinking about that, and we were thinking about that for third season, but I know Monica has some challenges with that, so we're trying to work with that to get on the video platform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get very nervous. Like, we'll be recording without the video, fine. Or like, so we had an interview with this comedian or whatever, and we were like talking, chopping it up before we started recording, and I felt really comfortable and natural. And as soon as we started recording, I was just like frozen and stiff, and felt like the interview didn't go very well. So I just, even now, I'm like nervous. I feel like
It happens. But I think the more you do it, though, I think that just means you need to do it more. That's like when you work out or whatnot, and you get done, and a certain muscle is like aching the next day. That just means you need to work on that muscle more. And that's the way I look at it. I think the more you do it, the more comfortable. I mean, like, I don't feel any. First time I was nervous, like when me and one Swayze was, I was like, man, I can't believe it's happening. Like, it's more the pre-production that really get me down before we even get going.
Exactly. I was gonna say that most of the pre-production, the research and things of that I have to do sometimes gets to me before it actually happens. To realize like, okay, this is just another person. It's just the exact same person, no matter their status, no matter what they're doing, no matter how high they may be on the totem pole. You just treat them like a regular person because that's just what it is. And I've gotten into the kind of like how Miguel does me, like when we do these, certain interviews, he'll send me questions. You know what I'm saying? Get me familiar with what the questions he's gonna ask or the title that we'll be talking about. So that may help, you know what I'm saying, drafting up some questions of your own and making sure that the preparation is there, give it a smoother effect. And also, I would just say, not making the questionnaire, try to make it a conversation as much as possible. And, that gives them the ease that, the professionalism is there and that they want to, continue doing it more. So that's what I would say. That's really my only thing. And like you said, repetition is key. So the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it.
Yeah, and Monica, I know before we even started that you were saying something was going on in Portland. I know you're in Portland, but even with the protests and stuff that was going on there, but what's happening now?
It's still the protesting, but I see, so Portland, Oregon in general is a white state, and it is
Oh yeah, Oregon.
there's a lot of racist groups. I don't know why I'm trying to keep it PC. There are a lot of racist groups out in Oregon. And I didn't know this until I moved out here, but in August there's a group called the Proud Boys, which is basically a group of racist white men. They say they're like anti-immigrant, but I feel like they're just obviously anti anybody that's not white. And so they have a rally every summer, and I didn't know this until I moved here. But so now they're having their like annual summer rally, and I guess today they're clashing with the Black Lives Matter protest, and it's gotten violent. Like they were throwing they were macing people, throwing smoke bombs. Somebody pulled out a gun, and apparently the police are just sitting by watching it. I've read all of this while we were figuring out how to go live, so I'm just like,
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
And that's probably where, you know, I know there's some worry there because you live there, you know, you like you said, you know their names, they're the Proud Boys or whatnot, and you have to live there, and that's some stuff you didn't expect when you got out there. So
Yeah.
and I'm definitely praying for you to make it through that.
Thank you.
Are you planning to get the hell away, or?
You know, I think I am. And I think COVID has made it difficult because I have a somewhat like steady job here. So, you know, as steady as anybody's job could be right now. So it makes it kind of scary to just like pack up and leave. But I don't think this is somewhere where I could stay forever, you know?
And nobody gave you the memo before you came out there.
No. And the crazy thing is, so many of my coworkers were unaware of who the Proud Boys were, but it's just because they don't have to kind of like worry about stuff like that. I have to worry about stuff like that. People that they are against need to be worried, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Definitely. So what do you and Aaliyah like to talk about on your podcast?
Mostly mental health and like our sessions, or like Monica likes talking about reality TV with mental health, but we normally just like shoot the shit about what we're learning and our process and our therapy.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying your therapy session is like a part of the show, which I think is important because it's Black Feelings, it's a therapy session. Like I said, I don't know a lot of people that go to therapy, but you guys do it and it's been helpful for y'all. So, I mean, I don't know, do y'all just like encourage other people to get therapy? How do y'all feel about just more people being open to that idea?
I think we definitely try to encourage people to go to therapy, and I feel like we're so vulnerable and we keep it real that it's like, I've been going to therapy. I know that I should and could be doing better, but I still have my petty moments. And I'm sharing that with you. So you know that it's not something where it's like you're going to be reformed right away, or it's not a process. Like we're works in progress and progress. And we're showing you everything.
Mm-hmm.
We show you like how we thought beforehand and then going to therapy, and how we could handle situations afterwards because of the new growth that we find within therapy.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And you guys have guests on like I do. So do they go to therapy, or do y'all talk about therapy with them as well?
Yeah, most of the guests, we try to have all of our guests somewhat related to mental health. So the comedian that I mentioned, he's a comedian, but he was also like a mental health and suicide prevention advocate. He had his own podcast about suicide prevention. We've interviewed different therapists. So we try to give people like insight to our journey, but then also, you know, talking to other people about their journeys and just trying to make it all seem more relatable and less scary.
Like I said, I don't want to be all over the place, but I know that like big in the news is Joe Biden's new vice president, you know, Kamala Harris. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all for that? Y'all, you know, for her being first woman vice president?
Okay, like I said before, even if I was against it, which I'm not, there's no fucking choice right now. So I need people to understand that we need to get the madness that's in the house out the house, and whatever passed Joe Biden, who cannot remember what he's running for or what his last name is, and Kamala, like whatever issue you guys have with them, it doesn't measure up to what's in office currently. You could spare me the conspiracy theories and all that shit. Y'all need to get out there and vote.
Yes, I second that.
And that's that on that.
I third that. I agree with my sister there. That is the way to go, man. Get out and vote, man.
Yeah.
Please.
What kind of lessons have you learned since doing our podcast since like day one to now?
That's a different aspect based in
Consistency is key.
argue, but at the same time, I'm like,
That's a hard question.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read some of these comments. I don't know what that guy's talking about. All four of you. You had the world's attention. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you tell the world? Like you said, get out and vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay prepared. Stay woke.
Vote for 30 seconds.
Yep. Vote.
And if it's the world, I would want the world to know that we're not as crazy as we seem in the news right now. Because Americans look dumb as shit right now. And we all aren't representative of that.
Definitely. They're exposing America to what it is, and the racism and what it was built on, and white supremacy, man, and just I would just say stay woke, man. Stay prepared. Be ready for the next thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say in 30 seconds. And like she said, vote, man. That's our power, man. Vote. Whether it's in your county, whether it's worldwide presidency, vote. Vote for the people who have a voice for us and who have a voice for peace and love and unity and growth and want to see a better America.
Yeah. And that was Stephen Matthews, that question. I appreciate it, man. So what are some compliments that y'all have received from doing the show so far?
We've received a couple of people telling us that our podcast has inspired them to go to therapy. And I think that's been the best so far. Like, people who said they enjoyed listening, but actually hearing that we've been able to like touch people and inspire them to like, work on themselves, because that's really all therapy is. It's just like you improving yourself and working through things. So that's been really nice. And I feel like for me, that's what keeps me going too.
I second that.
How often do y'all post episodes?
Well, while we were active, we were doing that every 2 weeks because that's how we have our sessions. So bi-weekly sessions, bi-weekly therapy episodes. Podcast. But now we're taking a break for season 3.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I would like to be on season 3.
We got you.
Y'all need to get my
son. You want to talk about voting?
Yeah, if I definitely, if you all want to follow me, I'll follow you back. Whatever it is and whatever it takes. I've heard enough. I feel like you all are representing some good things, so I would like to be a part of that. Whatever we can do to set it up, y'all let me know.
Yes.
That would be dope.
Definitely. And once you said you had to jump out here in a minute, so you gonna miss my little lame game I want to play at the end tonight, man. I got like a little lame game I want to play with everybody.
I'll play that, man. Then I gotta go. I got some company here, so we
good. Okay, so it looks like. So I only got 3, but I got a whole lot, just depending on how good this goes tonight.
Okay.
Does Megan Thee Stallion look like Steve Harvey?
Maybe Ken.
What?
Not Steve Harvey. Where you get Steve Harvey from?
I searched the net, and like people are telling me, Miguel, when I hang out with you, you're funny. You need to incorporate some comedy into your show. So I said, okay, let me try this. Let me try something.
I love that you're trying new things.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no for me.
Okay. So we talked about the presidential. I just spit it up since one person had to jump out. Does Joe Biden look like Bob Barker from The Price is Right, or does he look like Fire Marshal Bill?
I would definitely say Bob Barker from The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
It's
God.
working, man. I might need to keep trying this. Okay, this one now. I read this one. I don't know. I mean, I can kind of see it, but I can understand if somebody don't see it though. But does Drake look like a thumb?
A big, like a toe, like the big toe. I said a big toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a couple more that's like sports related, but I don't know how much basketball and stuff y'all watch, so I don't think that'll make a lot of sense.
I do not watch the sports.
Oh wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. I know those are some good ones. The Land Before Time. Does Cardi B look like Ducky from The Land Before Time?
I would have to look that up.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen Ducky?
I've seen that show before, but I don't remember Duncan.
I vaguely remember it. I think you have to be a certain age to remember Ducky. I remember though. Steve want to know what city Monica was from. I guess all the stuff is going on.
She does. She does look like that character.
Wait.
Oh, you just looked it up?
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Aaliyah, she's playing the game. She's playing the game good. I need you to look up a bag of the Rap Snacks with Lil Boosie on it.
Hey, that thing's good.
What's
man.
next?
The Rap Snacks, Lil Boosie.
Them things is good. He look like James Brown, don't he? Don't he look like James Brown?
Brown or Ray Charles? Does he look like James Brown or Ray Charles?
James Brown, bro. James Brown.
And hold it to the screen, Aaliyah.
But I'm getting it right now.
Boosie bag. I ain't gonna lie, I ate a bag of them Boosie chips for like a week straight when I first saw them and they came out. Them
They
shits
got these
was
on Amazon?
fire. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hold it to the screen. Hold it to the screen.
Them shits was fire.
Hold it
I
over.
can't see it.
They look pretty good. I want to eat them. Are they barbecue?
Yeah, like a honey barbecue flavor.
I would totally eat those.
Louisiana heat.
Yeah, you can try those.
Where can I find that? Oh, I need
Does he
that.
look more like James Brown or Ray Charles on that one?
I think Ray Charles.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it might just be the glasses.
Ray
Look
Charles.
like, yeah. Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles probably.
Wait, this is $8 from one bag? Sorry, I'm looking at the Amazon post.
Got them $3 over here.
Where I see the cheese puffs for $24. What the hell?
Yeah. So like I said, I'll keep working on stuff like that from episodes. Y'all will be hopefully Monica and Aaliyah, y'all will be with me next week so we can try to, I mean not week, I do it bi-weekly, so we'll do it 2 weeks from now. We'll try to come up with some more looks like. Yeah, so what kind of plans for the future do y'all have for the Black Feelings podcast?
I want to say the videos, but I know I had to work with my co-host on that first. I feel like I have to trick her because we do Zoom for our recordings and we do Squadcast, and Monica's fine if we're not recording it and like releasing it, but it's like, oh, it's being recorded and it's going to be posted, and then she gets nervous. And like for me, like the audio fucks me up. So like I don't like listening to myself when I have to like edit the thing. I hate that part. But the videos for me it's okay.
Do you guys listen to your podcast? Like, are you okay hearing your voice? And
At first I wouldn't, but like I said, the more I do it, the more I listen to it. But like I said, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I feel like I was there. I just feel like I was there. So I just feel like, I don't know, I'm always checking out, like, y'all's probably listening to a few episodes of y'all podcast. I got to find one Swayze so I can follow his too and check out his, because he's doing some great, he's getting out some great content, some educational content too. Yeah, I listen to like my peers and stuff like that more often and try to promote them, because like I said, when I do an episode, I was there. So like if somebody, I don't know. I just look at it that way. But at first, yeah, it was really weird hearing myself.
For sure.
Yeah, I would say the same. Initially it's weird. It's almost like, um, is this my purpose type thing? You know what I'm saying? When I'm hearing myself, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? So when I started actually interviewing people like I did last week, like I did senior pastor of New Birth Church, Jamal Bryan, very great, person. And he's actually doing a lot of great things with the New Birth Ministry in the neighborhood, giving out free COVID tests, feeding the community. And he's becoming, a staple here in Atlanta. And it was more so, like I said, like there's people just like we're people, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about being prepared going into it. I would say, I don't. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to listen to myself after the interview because I feel like it's done, it's over, I'm good. I don't want to listen to it. But sometimes I'll listen to it just so I know how to get better or how can I, make the conversation flow better the next time. And I just learn from it. I just take it as a learning experience and grow from it and take it and try not to carry some of the, mistakes I may have made in previous to the next one. And just get better and better over with time, and you'll build your confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's one part about it. And even y'all being on here tonight shows that you all are confident and believing in what it is you're doing. So it's just about taking that step and being comfortable in what you're doing, man. And also look at it as this, like we're doing it for a generation, our generation, and of course the generation behind us, who are future leaders, who are future entrepreneurs, and who want to see or hear the next steps of what they need to do to take to get to the level they want to be at. So I look at it like that too. So
Dropping breadcrumbs.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
I feel like, man. Oh yeah. I want before you want to go, before you let you go, before you leave. You got a project coming up, man.
Yeah, I'm about to drop again at the end of this month. It's gonna be called "You Know the Vibes." I let you know that the last podcast we did. You know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Just some fun, creative, enjoyable music. You know what I'm saying? I just did the Conscious Take 2020, which is talking about everything going on in 2020. If y'all want to, like I said, follow me, check it out. Link in my bio for sure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just a conscious take talking about, systemic racism, police brutality, how to protect our black women, our queens, just a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? So this one, I'm just having
It's
fun,
great. It's great.
kind of leaving that side and going to have a little fun and enjoying myself. So yeah, that'll probably drop at the end of the month, man. That's what we're looking at. We in the mixing and mastering now, so.
I appreciate you coming back, hanging out with us again today, and just chilling with us today. So I'll let you go, and we can try to finish up a little bit here.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. Once again, thank you, Monica. Thank you, Aliyah.
Yeah.
And,
It was nice
Hey,
meeting you.
maybe you can go on. Maybe you can go on Black FLNGS podcast with this you know the vibes.
Definitely. I'm willing. Like I said, if y'all want to follow me right now or
Yes.
send me some requests, I'll follow you all right back, and we can definitely chop it up and get it going whenever you all are open to it, and just let me know. We can make it happen.
We'll back.
Okay.
All right.
All right. It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to y'all. Thank you, Miguel, once again, man. And like I said, more power, more blessings to you all. Be safe, stay clean, and
thank you.
Continue to push on. Let's do it.
Okay.
Power.
So what I feel like I'm just like, okay, we're doing a podcast episode with podcast. I feel like I'm missing so many podcast questions I could be asking. So what goes into y'all's episode from episode to episode? Maybe I'm missing something.
Sorry, it was glitching for a second. But normally we have like a guideline of things we want to discuss, like topics. But like Monica and I talk every day, so we'll just send each other stuff like, I want to address this during the next episode. We take notes or in our journal, like after our therapy episodes, to remember the things that we want to address, like in our personal lives. And yeah.
Mhm.
Did I miss anything, Monica?
No, I was just gonna say like when we're actually recording, I feel like it's kind of broken up. It's usually the same thing. Like we'll discuss like our personal sessions, and then like Ivy said, maybe something that came up in the week, like a current event or something.
Mhm.
And then that's one format, and then the other is we'll just have like an interview with, like I said, somebody that's related to like the mental health care field.
Yeah, because say like when I was doing my episodes before, I would like do my homework. Let's say I was having y'all on, probably last time I had y'all on. I would like make work like during the week, and then like whenever I have off, like towards the end of the week, I would start doing my listening, start doing my research. I would start getting my questions together, getting everything ready. And to me, eventually, and when my podcast has started to feel rushed. So I wanted to give myself, and I don't know if y'all been doing it bi-weekly or do y'all do it weekly?
We do it
Y'all
bi-weekly.
do it bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly. Mm-hmm.
I started doing it weekly, and man, it's you miss out on stuff. I feel like the weeks of prep, I really need that, so I can really, come across as knowledgeable as I can be,
Mhm.
and
That makes
I feel a
sense.
lot better by doing it. Yeah, because I feel like you said, I feel like I even got like the little butterflies and stuff like that. I feel like when I'm in that episode, maybe when I was with y'all, like, I could have prepared a little better. I could have did a little more to the episode better. So, like I said, I'll just start just giving myself more time to prepare. It really made me feel a lot better when I'm in these episodes and stuff like that. I don't try to, rush my episodes like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a question from another question from Stephen Matthews. He hitting us up.
Hey.
Is it therapy or is it therapy for someone to come on, or is it therapy for you women to let stuff off your chest?
Wait,
Like
sorry, you were
like the blood.
The beginning part of the question was a bit choppy.
Oh, is it therapy for someone to come on, or is it therapy for you two women to just come on lost steam about, I guess, therapy or whatnot? It's from Stephen Matthews. I guess I don't know. I guess he's trying to ask like, is it therapy? Is it therapy? I don't think, maybe he thinks you're trying to like do therapy when somebody comes on. Like they're not therapy.
Oh, no. So I get what you're saying. So no, we're not therapists in any way, shape, or form. What we are talking about is, so we each have like our own therapist that we see on our own, separately twice a month. And then we come on the podcast and talk about the session that we have with the therapist. So I would be telling Ivy, like, this past week, I brought up X, Y, and Z to my therapist, and then she gave me this advice and helped me work through it this way. And so it gives people an opportunity to, like, if they can relate to whatever situation we're dealing with or whatever we discuss with our therapist, then maybe they could also take the advice that we receive. So it's just kind of like passing on the information that we're getting. So people, one, it could like encourage them to go, but two, maybe if they're not able to afford to go because therapy is, there is usually a fee, then they can like take the lessons that we're receiving and apply it. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, I mean, I had to sift through it a little bit to kind of see what he was saying, but yeah, like I said, I really like. I'm pretty much. I don't have too many more questions. Like I said, we had a good episode. But I know I asked you what you have for the future of the podcast already. It was just on the tip of my tongue. Oh, how would you describe your podcast to somebody who has never heard it before?
Honestly, it's like you're listening, or you're like a fly on a wall in a conversation that Monica and I are having about our journey with our therapist and mental health. Super relatable. It's not like not gimmicky or like big words. Like it's just something that you're listening to a conversation and you may hear something that you relate to, agree with, disagree with. We're chill, laid back. It's a good time.
Okay. And like I said, I don't want to hold too long. We didn't have last, we didn't have one Swayze on here. I just want you guys to let the people know, name your podcast, where they can find it. You know, again, you know, I like to do it on the front end, but we can do it on the back end as well.
Like, you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for you to do it.
So we're the host of I didn't know if my audio would go out again, but we're the host of the Black FLNGS podcast, and that's BLK FLNGS podcast. And you can find us on Instagram, Gmail, Facebook, not Twitter, not yet. And yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time today, man. It means a lot. Like I said, we have whole pre-production stuff going on, man. I'm still trying to figure out how to work Zoom. Do y'all have problems with Zoom?
My boyfriend handles everything, so I say no. The only issue I have, I mean, it's not an issue anymore, but like at first it was like, he wouldn't edit it the way I would like it. So like I always have to listen to it. But now that he's gotten so much better, I'm like, yeah, I don't have to listen to my voice. And praise God, we're good now.
Yeah. What about you, Monica?
Wait, what'd you say?
Are you able to work through Zoom better than?
Oh, sorry, it's like chopping up. Am I able to work through Zoom? I mean, I don't really have too many problems with Zoom. I have trouble with my mic sometimes, but that's about it. But like I mean, my boyfriend that I live with, he's, you know, good with like computers and like audio equipment. So if I have a problem, I got an in-house tech.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. This is our episode 58 of Just Chilling Podcast. Monica and Aaliyah, host of the Black FLNGS Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher. What you said? What else you can find?
Apple Music.
Apple Music. Black FLNGS.
Everywhere. Yes.
BLK FLNGS.
FLNGS.
FLNGS. Spotify, Apple Music. Go check them out.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Again, thank you.
No problem.